Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the world, universe, aliens, outer space, and all other creatures, animals, and beyond, to Cream Crazy K commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw video going on right here, right now, on and popping into this clashing. Now, as I welcome all y'all to this video, this is reflecting on commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw. As many of you guys already been watching, you saw my Raw prediction, Raw commentary, and Raw comic. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. For y'all who have done that, giving you the shout outs and a round of applause. Thank you guys for joining in my Raw predictions, Raw commentary, and Raw comic. Was successful this last week, as it's the last Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania only today, tomorrow, which is already the kickoff for WrestleMania. Finale SmackDown that I hear is going to be as special on Netflix. Before we head 2 days into WrestleMania weekend, the greatest and biggest stage of all time. So thank you guys who already watched and liked and comment and shared and subscribed, supporting me, my channel with the Raw predictions, Raw commentary, as I gave y'all that shout outs, including the Raw comic for this week was successful. So give yourself a round of applause and thank you guys for doing that and appreciate that and the effort meeting us eye to eye so we can join this together and get this party started. Those of you who haven't, go ahead, check out my Cream KZK page, check out my Cream KZK story if you're interested in seeing this last Raw predictions, including more Raw and SmackDown predictions like it. Also check it out because I also made shout outs to you guys on the Raw and SmackDown, like Raw and other like it, Cream KZK WWE comics, and there's also SmackDown, WWE Live, NXT pay-per-views and things like that, comics in there as well on the playlist if you guys are interested in watching, seeing, and checking that out as well. And you can also check this out along with the other playlist, Queen KZK commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw, that will be added to commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw playlist right now as we speak, which is what this video is and all about. So now let's start and jump right into it after we get that great finale, welcome and warm and hot into it. Let's jump right into it. Also, there's Raw and SmackDown and WWE Live, NXT, and A&W videos that are live as well. That's why this got a little bit pushed behind, but we're getting the commentary slash reaction Monday Night Raw done right here, right now. And this is also a slash. As you guys know, sometimes I do a single, double knockout, triple threat, fatal four-way, all of the above. This is going to be a slash before and after thoughts with their host, your chili as always, Cream Crazy K. So this is going to be the podcast for the week as well. So be sure to look on Before and Afterthought podcast because this will be added to that playlist because this is the podcast for the week along with the other Before and Afterthought podcasts for y'all guys to watch and see and enjoy. So with that being said and updated, that's what's been going on happening. Also, you can check out my Jumanji and also did Crash and kart racing streaming video games and the racing games, and then I did Jumanji, which, you know, a game into a game, which is kind of funny, more like adventure gaming as well, available on my page and story, and it's also available on Korean KZK game playlist as well if you want to see other streaming video games that I have as well. So, with that being said and done, commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw. That's what this video is. It'll be added along with the other commentary slash reactions to Raw, SmackDown, Live, NXT, A&W, and pay-per-view playlist. And this will also be added to Before and Afterthought podcast because this is a Before and Afterthought podcast with Korean Kids K over the last week. As you guys, I just gave you guys the updates and informed you on what's happened, what's going on. I just watched yesterday as it aired on my entertainment on YouTube, Cold as Balls with Rhea, Bloody Ripley, the one and only Rhea Bloody Ripley, the dominator, the superstar, the most dominated female superstar we ever had in the WWE. And, of course, my favorite of all time, women's wrestler in the WWE right now on the Raw roster, Rhea Ripley. So, as that's introduction, I watched Cold as Balls with her and Kevin Hart hitting it up as I was soaking in the bathtub doing my commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw. Ray Harriswell hitting it up as she heads to WrestleMania this weekend, as you saw on Monday Night Raw, getting the contract signed. Now, this past Monday Night Raw, just sending a little message on the video to one another. Now, I feel like Bianca Belair, her thing is she went through all of that trouble with the Elimination Chamber. You got best friends fighting. You still won the Elimination Chamber underneath all that pressure, which is a big statement. She played more than fair. She could have counted them out. She could have disqualified them multiple times, but decided this is a big chance and an opportunity for the championship belt. She played more than fair as a special guest referee. And you can't spell EST in the WWE. The quickest, the roughest, the strongest, the fastest, Bianca Belair. You cannot spell the greatest stage of all time, who is undefeated at WrestleMania, that you can't spell without EST, and for that very reason, winning against major superstars as well, making history for the SmackDown Women's Championship belt in front of her family and friends, and undefeated against another horsewoman like Becky Lynch for a championship belt the following week. So Bianca Belair been at WrestleMania, no pressure. She's beaten horsewomen. She feels confident, and she's undefeated at WrestleMania right now, and she's won championship belts, which that's just icing on the cake. So it's no doubt she can walk in and walk out, putting her sweat, blood, tears, and everything on the line. Her family, her friends, her words, her facts, and become our new Women's World Champion. Now, with that being said, she's got an invaluable point. I can see why she was upset and why she was mad. She just didn't want her opportunity to be taken away from her. I mean, she went through all that hell and back and all that work to earn her opportunity at WrestleMania, okay? And she obviously doesn't have to be in the ring to lose her opportunity, so that's what it is. She wanted a one-on-one fair competition to even up the odds, because you don't even have to be in the ring to lose your opportunity, and that just sends you back to SmackDown. But you already went through hell and back, and you already earned your spot. You already earned your opportunity, so you really have nothing to be ashamed of. You made it to WrestleMania after all that, so I don't think Bianca Belair has anything to be ashamed of at all as she's going in this WrestleMania match, because she's already done it all and made it. So I'm already giving the pat on the back to Bianca Belair, and you can boo her all you want. Doesn't change that she's spitting facts, and nobody likes the truth, but she gonna spit the facts and the truth anyway. So everything that Bianca Belair said, straight up the day, she's ready to go. The only thing that she said that was not true was talk about handed and given opportunities. Rhea Ripley was not handed or given an opportunity, because you forgot that Rhea Ripley had to go through hell and back just like you did. Had to go through her family. Now her family, who's stabbed her in the back, who is now weak linked and hasn't been strong since Rhea Ripley got stabbed in the back by her own family the Judgment Day. Her real family, Damian Priest, is on SmackDown. She thought she had friends like Io Sky trying to help her out, trying to give her an opportunity, because she felt bad about something that she really didn't have to feel bad about, trying to help you get to WrestleMania and get your respect that you deserve as Women's World Champion. And then y'all try to boot her in the match and try to, okay, now we got our opportunity. You try to kick her out of it, and that is exactly why Rhea Ripley is mad. Rhea Ripley is aggressive, because when she tried to be a nice Rhea Ripley, try to be a friend, y'all try to kick her out of WrestleMania. Y'all try to take her championship belt and just exit her out. And that is why that ruthless Rhea Ripley comes out, that aggressive Rhea Ripley, that nightmare Rhea Ripley comes out, because that's the only way y'all understand and respect Rhea Ripley as a superstar here on the roster, just like the rest of y'all, here for a purpose, just like the rest of y'all. She went through hell and back with her family fighting, just like you stabbed her in the back. And her only family has went to SmackDown. Her only friends, you and Io, are stabbing her in the back. And then wonder why she's the nightmare, wonder why she's this devil that you paint her to be, this bad guy. You want to paint her to be. Rhea Bloody Ripley is a dominated female superstar on the roster, and the only people that are in the back moaning, groaning, and complaining are the people that got beaten by Rhea Ripley. Because she is that superstar that has earned her opportunity by defeating y'all, and that's why you're complaining. She earned as former women's world champion. Technically, it should be women's world champion. If you haven't watched that match and saw what happened, she should be women's world champion. She earned her way to WrestleMania just like you did. Nothing was handed to you. And like you said, you went off on her because you were mad about the situation on SmackDown, and you know that isn't true. And she also went through hell and back. You talk about you went to Elimination Chamber to get that women's world championship belt last year with Liv Morgan. And then wonder why she stays herself and not friends. Because when she tried to be friends with you guys, then you saw what happened. Y'all try to kick her out. You try to exit her out and act like, well, it's just going to be us. She's gone. And so, of course, she's going to take her opportunity because everyone knows, even though you're a former champion, it does not matter. You are not guaranteed a match or an opportunity. It doesn't matter the circumstances. So Rhea Ripley took her opportunity before somebody else can cut in line, much like Bianca Belair had to do when she was former champion. She had to take her opportunity before it was taken, so she should understand more than anybody what Rhea Ripley is doing. And I think that the only reason why Bianca was mad is because she worked so hard to get this opportunity. She doesn't even have to be in the match to lose her opportunity, and at WrestleMania, and it's for a championship belt, and there's only so many opportunities you're going to get. And since it's a triple threat, it's no disqualification. Anything goes, and countouts, and not there. Pinfall submission in the middle of the ring. You could be laying on the ground, injured, and somebody else is winning your championship belt. So I get what Bianca Belair is feeling, but you also got to understand what Rhea feels. She went through hell and back for that championship belt just to lose her focus. And sure, that's on her. She lost the Women's World Championship belt, but you also didn't have to be out there when you knew WrestleMania was on the line, all the pressure's there, you knew the championship belt was on the line, that it's a tough moment because Rhea hasn't beaten Io Sky, and you'd be mad too if you're Rhea Ripley and somebody got involved in your match. Let's take you back to when you and Bayley were fighting and arguing back and forth. If you were that same page where you didn't like Bayley, you couldn't even stand to be around Bayley, you would have got upset and blamed Bayley that you lost your match and your opportunity and your championship belt and your WrestleMania moment because she did not have to be out there during your match. She could have sat in the back and watched the match. You didn't see Charlotte Flair hovering over Tiffany remaining as champion until after it was just Charlotte and Tiffany. So why do you feel the need that you needed to hover over your opponent and then wonder why she claims that you're scared of her? No, you're just afraid of losing your opportunity in your moment. I know you're not afraid of Rhea Ripley. You're afraid that another woman is taking your spot because you don't have to be in the ring to lose your championship belt. That's what the situation is, and that's why you were out there. That explains it right there and then. So Rhea Ripley has earned her opportunity just like you, and you be feeling and doing the exact same thing because you did when you were a champion. Said, I'm going to take my opportunity. I'm tired of other people cutting me in line, and I'm tired of being nice, and I'm tired of doing the right thing and then getting shoved in the ground. So you took your opportunity, much like Rhea Ripley is doing. She earned it just like you did. She's a former champion and should be current champion. You saw what happened. And if you went through 5 women in hell and back, why an accidental kick spun you so bad you couldn't get up and count 1, 2, 3 for Rhea Ripley and you to take on each other for the championship belt at WrestleMania if you wanted a fair competition because you want to say everything's unfair. You act like she just, got it handed to her when she earned it. So she wasn't handed. She earned her opportunity just like you did. And Rhea Bloody Ripley is coming for both Io Sky and Bianca Belair. No more nice Rhea Ripley. Because you saw how far that got her. Got her championship belt took in, her best friend stabbed her in the back, and once again, she's by herself, and that's why she stays to herself, because y'all stab her in the back when she tries to be nice. So no more nice Rhea Ripley helping a friend out. No, you're her better enemy right now. She sees fire right now. And she's coming for your bloody head at WrestleMania. Because she's going to be Rhea Bloody Ripley, which is that nightmare, which is that demon, which is that bad guy y'all paid her to be, which is no limits. That she's going to put some sweat and blood and tears into the ring, that she's also been winning at WrestleMania with major matches and major championship belts and horsewomen with Becky Lynch specifically one of the best horsewomen in my opinion. Won WrestleMania just like you. Won a championship belt against her just like you. Won WrestleMania just like you. Rhea Ripley has been there along with Charlotte Flair, another horsewoman, when you were there with Sasha Banks, who is now Mercedes Moné. Just like you, winning a championship belt and at WrestleMania and been there too. And she's also had tag team championship opportunity just like you. Rhea Ripley has also won at WrestleMania just like Bianca Belair and against Horsewoman and for the championship belt. So at WrestleMania, puts no pressure on Rhea either. For a championship belt, Rhea Ripley, mommy is always on top. 3-time women's world champion for Rhea Bloody Ripley. Because mommy's always on top, I can smell it and see it right now. And she's already beaten Bianca Belair in the past. So what does she have to worry about? Io Sky. That's where she comes into place. Io Sky is a dominated woman. No matter how you try to shove her down all you want, she got her respect from the WWE Universe because she is the genius of this guy. Because she is a former NXT champion. She is a former tag team champion. Damage Control. Dominator, now current women's world champion that they so badly want to fight for. They're the reason why they want to go to WrestleMania before that championship belt. They're the reason they're going to be fighting at WrestleMania because Rhea Ripley, most dominant woman on the roster, was defeated by the genius of this guy, Io Sky. And Io Sky is the reason why all y'all are having this match, having this conversation, having this brawl, having this video. Io Sky has all the respect in the world. You can see her walk in and out as women's world champion and earn her respect from Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. I think they respect Io Sky. It's just the tensions are so high. They're in each other's face. And I think that they kind of just moved her out of the way because they're like, we don't want to hurt you. We respect you. We want to hurt each other. And that's what it was. It wasn't no disrespect to Io Sky because they both on many occasions have said congratulations to Io for being women's world champion just like she did when they were champion. And they have said many times how they respect her even before this chaos started happening for the triple threat. And you know they respect her because they wouldn't have helped her in the matches if they wasn't her friend. They wouldn't go out there and congratulate her if they didn't mean it. They wouldn't shake her hand and have her back, literally hugging her and stuff, if they didn't mean it, if they didn't have her back, if they didn't feel that way. So Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley have respect for Io. It's just they know they both went through hell and back for this championship belt with Rhea Ripley and the Women's World Championship last year with Liv. That's why she wants that Women's World Championship belt because she went through hell and back for it just to get it ripped away in less than 2 months. So of course she wants her Women's World Championship belt back. That defines her family, her friends, herself, and everything that she's been through to get it. And of course, Rhea at WrestleMania, she's already been there and done it. Bianca, who's already been there and done it, she wants that Women's World Champion because that's the least she can do out of her best friends and everything, and everybody booing her and just for spitting the truth and the facts for the Women's World Championship just to prove them wrong once again. Yeah. And Io, walking out as Women's World Champion, she wants y'all to respect her because she's the reason why y'all going to WrestleMania for that belt that she has. That she's beaten both of y'all on multiple occasions. And I think they do respect her, and that's why they kind of just moved her out of the way because they wasn't intentionally trying to hurt her at the moment. They wasn't intentionally going for Io Sky at the moment. They were going at each other. It's like two bulls going at each other. There ain't no telling them, ain't no talking to them, ain't no stopping them. So this is going to be an outstanding match. It could go either way. Of course, I'm going for Rhea Bloody Ripley because mommy is always on top as our Women's World Champion at WrestleMania. And that's my plead right there. That is who I'm picking. Rhea Bloody Ripley to walk out as 3-time Women's World Champion at WrestleMania because mommy is always on top. That's how I see it. And Bianca Belair and Io Sky, all the respect to these women because I've been watching these women their whole entire career, from the time of wrestling around the world to NXT to Raw to SmackDown, even their teams to now. Even the shenanigans and the horsewomen and fighting them with Bianca and Rhea, Io Sky with the tag teams and Damage Control, and now them in a triple threat. Once in a lifetime. Talk about never say never. in the WWE at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship belt. So these are three women that I love watching, that I've been watching wrestle, been cheering for all of them, been congratulating them, watching them, cheering for them, having their back. I know y'all seen my wrestling videos where I had my Bianca Belair. You know, there's on my account right now picture of me and Bianca Belair, so you know I'm a fan of the EST. You see me interact with Io and Rhea at wrestling events, so you know. And I was the loudest one there. Then I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan, but also a big Io Sky fan as well. So you know I got all the respect for these women, all the love for these women. I show it all the time. I guess talked about it in this podcast, in this commentary reaction, that it can go either way, but I'm going to go for Rhea Bloody Ripley because she is my favorite superstar. She is on top. Mommy's on top at 3-time Women's World Champion. I gotta go for Rhea Ripley with all due respect to Io Sky. It's gonna be a great match, and I think it's gonna be the headline. And also Bianca Belair are gonna put everything in that line. Everything in that ring is gonna be left. Sweat, blood, tears, emotions, and all the above. And I can't wait to watch it this weekend. I will be doing my predictions of WrestleMania, so keep an eye out. I'll be doing my commentary. If you go ahead and get involved in that conversation, even if you just like the picture or video or comment that I put. And if you don't comment, I will give you shout outs in the WrestleMania videos, and I also will be doing the kickoff for WrestleMania video tomorrow, along with the predictions, the commentary result of SmackDown, and the predictions, the commentary result of WrestleMania, and after WrestleMania went off air. Plus, I'll be doing a recap of WrestleMania, recap of this coming Monday Night Raw with the predictions, commentary result of that. So you can look on the page and the story if you want to see the SmackDown and WrestleMania and Raw predictions that will be coming. And then you can check out the comics of WWE by Krazy. That's where you'll find the SmackDown, Raw, and WrestleMania results. And then the shoutouts will be in there through that Instagram Krazy account. If you guys want to watch and look at that, take a picture of it, screenshot it, write it down. Hell, have it memorized and videotape it if you have to. It'll all be involved in there. And with that being said, that covers the majors, a commentary / reaction of Monday Night Raw. You can find this on that playlist. You can find the before and after thoughts, because this was also a podcast when I gave you the updations on that playlist if you want to watch and see that and enjoy that. We also got the phenomenal AJ Styles that laid out Karrion Kross that's ready to go against Logan Paul, who's the prime man in this singles action at WrestleMania. I think Logan Paul has done a wonderful job and done a great job putting the work and the athleticism and the strength and power. And he's worked out. He's trained with Shawn Michaels. He's done crazy, outstanding flips. He's been in the ring with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and now AJ Styles. Logan Paul is putting in the work. I like Logan Paul. I admire that Logan Paul is putting in the work as a new WWE superstar, showing you, hey, I put in just as much work as a WWE superstar as the next guy. I didn't think that I can just come in and walk in the park. He's putting all the respect as a superstar, as an athlete, part of Raw, and the phenomenal AJ Styles, who's been here longer, TNA Impact Wrestling, to, have this group with the Bone Club, and now you've been a former champion. You've been in the ring with people like John Cena, who are the GOATs around here. You've been in the ring and around Randy Orton, now CEO, who is the man of the company, Triple H. So AJ Styles knows a thing or two about winning matches against Logan Paul at WrestleMania to stand his grounds as the current wrestler. As well as Seth freaking Rollins knows how to play his cards right, as Paul Heyman knows Seth Rollins. A favor could he possibly be siding with Seth Rollins to win this match, who stabbed CM Punk in the back in the past, so it wouldn't surprise me that he would do it now. And he's also stabbed Roman Reigns, as he saw Roman Reigns shoved him in the face after he made him go to sleep, and that's not the first time when he put a chair in his back, because he stabbed Roman Reigns in the past as well. So many times costing him matches and championships and opportunities against Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns did not forget about that when he put that chair in Paul Heyman's back to return the favor. And Paul Heyman can see he's dedicated to Roman and his family all he wants, but he just stabbed him in the back again, and Roman just showed he's the OTC. He's a one-man band in WrestleMania. He's in God's mode right now. He's untouchable right now. He's the front cover of 2K25, and WrestleMania belongs to the OTC, Roman Reigns. That's how he sees it. CM Punk knows, Paul, you stabbed me in the back screaming you love me, you was beating me with a candlestick. Sure, I got your back now. But don't forget, he can chase you around with that camera just like he done in the past when you stabbed in the back. And Seth freaking Rollins is doing what he does best, putting the chair on Roman's back, bringing the Shield memories back, and spitting truth and facts to CM Punk about the wrestling company. I think Seth Rollins made some growling points. There was nothing that he said that was false. It was all true. It was all facts. So Seth freaking Rollins walking out as a winner at WrestleMania, as a true superstar and a true winner at WrestleMania, sounds pretty damn good to me. CM Punk coming back, going through hell and back, proving him that he belongs here, that he deserves to be here too in this WrestleMania main event. Everybody could be screaming CM Punk. OTC is untouchable. Got the cover for a reason. His family has been, since in the beginning of wrestling, including him in particularly, has been holding it down. He's ready to main event for, what, the 12th time now at WrestleMania? It's OTC time. So that one could go either way, but I'm going to go for Seth freaking Rollins to come out as the wrestling who wins that competition, that match right there. And as far as that goes, got the tag team, got Liv, who's on the high wings with Dominic. You got him. And then now Dominic is in the Intercontinental Championship belt with Finn Balor, Braun Baker, and Penta. Penta showed up, showed out, showed why he's the second Luchonary King, along with Rey Mysterio, who's the King of Lucha Underground. He's got a singles action to put this Luke Grande, whoever the hell he wants to be, a true Lucha King like Rey Mysterio, is going to put him to sleep at WrestleMania. Dominic's going to show why he deserves to be here as a superstar. I wonder how him and Finn are going to act when they're going against each other. And also you got that in the point of glory for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Baker going to let the dogs out, and Penta going to show Lucha on the ground stuff that only you can see in the Lucha world. That stuff that you've never seen before unless you watch the Lucha match for the Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be wild. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be fantastic to watch. Liv Morgan defending her tag team women's champion, 3-time tag team women's champion with Raquel. Since this heel turn, I said it multiple times, it's working well for Liv. Showing up, showing out, winning singles actions. 3-time in history tag team women's champion with Raquel. Multiple-time tag team champions. World champion Mona Liv. Liv has showed up and showed out, and she deserves to be tag team champions. I see her and Raquel walking in as tag team champions against our Intercontinental champion Lara, which makes me wonder if Bayley's going to stab Lara in the back if they come up short at WrestleMania. Bring out that heel turn that worked for Bayley, made her a Grand Slam champion, and she was holding all the gold tag team and SmackDown championship belts. So when she heel turned, so is Bayley going to heel turn again? And it works for her. It works out. Cody Rhodes, our champion, setting up for a championship belt, show that he's the new Superman around here to put John Cena to sleep, as he's the new Superman, putting his body, broken limbs, and body and family literally on the line for us in the company. Cody Rhodes is ready for this match, ready to be the new Superman once and for all. So with that being said, we also got Damian Priest. Of course, you talked about how you slammed some glass in the eye after breaking through a car, Drew McIntyre. But let's not forget Drew McIntyre's attacked Damian Priest first. Is why Priest laid him out in the car to show him he could be just as dangerous as you want him to be. Before Drew McIntyre went out there and put him on the steel steps. And let's not forget, Damian Priest is coming for your head on SmackDown if y'all even make it to WrestleMania. So don't forget that. Drew McIntyre started it. Damian Priest is looking forward to finish it. So, and Naomi and Jade Cargill, again, this heel turn. Naomi standing up for herself, her career. She's been here for 12 years. She's done amazing things. She's been in the Women's Revolution, SmackDown 2-time tag team champion. She's been an Elimination Chamber, won the tag team women's championship belt, been in the competition at WrestleMania, became tag team women's champion once again for the second time, winning match after match on SmackDown, showing up, showing them right. All the respect for 12 years and all the love and dedication deserves to go to Naomi. And she's standing for herself and she's standing her grounds and not letting a newcomer push her over like so many times happens in the WWE. Jade Cargill, former TBS champion. She's dominant, she's strong, she's powerful. If she could be just as deadly, just as dangerous, that's going to be a good competition. Jade Cargill versus Naomi in the singles action at WrestleMania. So with that being said, we also got the War Raiders and a New Day for the Tag Team Championship belt. You want to be the best tag team? Get to the War Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championship belt. Y'all been here for 10 years. You are one of the greatest tag team here. Let's see how well you do against the War Raiders. Our current Raw is War Raiders Tag Team Champions. And with that being said, main event, Jey Uso standing up for him, his family. He was yeeting, having a good time with his family in the WWE Universe. But when he gets in that ring, He's a crash out. He's a different main event Jey Uso. He won the WWE over by winning against Roman Reigns, something another man has never done. For the first time, he's reunited with his brother, greatest tag team champions in history. He's won the World Intercontinental Championship belt. So who says that main event Jey Uso can't be locked in, win the World Championship belt against Gunther, who can even see that and was speechless when Jey Uso said his plea. And Gunther knows, for the first time in 4 years, main event Jey Uso can beat you for that World Championship belt. You'll be championless. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to watch, like, follow, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube. Check out the Pages story for Raw and SmackDown predictions and the kickoff for WrestleMania and the WrestleMania predictions. Check out for your shoutouts on Instagram through WrestleMania, Raw, and SmackDown. I did do shoutouts, pictures, and videos, and updated the account. Check out some streaming adventure games. More is coming, like Crash is coming, and also Assassin's Creed. Check out my Raw and SmackDown, WWE Live, and NXT, A&W after Raw and SmackDown went off air full matches. Check out this playlist, commentary / reaction on Monday Night Raw for this week, including before and after thoughts, because this was also a podcast, and many more like it for the week and the update. I will be doing WrestleMania gameplay matches as well as Hall of Fame gameplay match. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube. Creek is out. Peace.